So
amazing stuff. These are like
amazing.
legitimate working animals.
Trained. Yeah. They're trained. By definition, they're not pets, and they can only be dogs. With the exception, you can have a miniature horse.
That's weird.
That's a little strange. Yeah. But really, service animal is a dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you hear about is an emotional support animal. It's not a service animal. Okay. That being said, what is with the pets at HEB?
Howdy, folks. You're listening to the Daytripper podcast. It is October. Welcome back to the studio. Daniel is with me as always. Over here. October. We're like cruising into the end of 2025. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So anyway, thank you all very much for joining us. Right off the top, I just do want to acknowledge, like, September was a tough month for the country. I mean, we were dealing with tragedy after tragedy, from Irina Zarutska to Charlie Kirk, and it feels the division that has been festering just feels even worse now. And so hopefully this podcast will be just a place where we can all gather together, have some fun, and keep in mind we're a lot more similar than we are different. So all the things that divide us on social media and make us seem like the world is split into all these camps, it's not true.
You know what?
It's not true.
It's funny that you say that. It's not funny, but it's interesting you say that. I didn't know what you were going to start with.
Yeah.
I actually wrote something on my arm, and I've done this a few times, but it's Ephesians 4:29.
Okay.
And it says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as good as for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear."
Oh, I love that. I love that verse.
And it's kind of a reminder to me, like, hey, speak good things.
Yeah.
You know, like
speak
if it doesn't
life.
bring
speak
up
life.
people, don't bring people down. And
exactly.
You're absolutely right. It's been a tough month.
But yeah. Last month was a very tough month. So I don't want to just blaze through and not acknowledge it. So hopefully you guys out there have found people, real people, not online people, to gather around. Find some comfort. Go out there, and maybe this will inspire you to get out day tripping, because the more you bump into real people, real life, you realize that we're not that different.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more that we agree on than that we disagree on. And so anyway, that's what this podcast is about. It's supposed to be fun. It's about travel. It's about goofy Texas stories. So thank y'all very much for joining us here at the Daytripper podcast. Remember, like, subscribe, do all the things that helps the podcast grow. But the coolest thing that we got going on in October is new episodes of the Daytripper. Oh, yeah. You guys wait. That sounded legit. That sounded
pretty
legit.
Good, right?
So we have 5 new episodes of season 16 that is coming at you to your house, phone. I don't care where you watch it.
Just watch it.
Watch it on a spaceship. So let's run through the new episodes. So first one, Grand Prairie, Texas. So little suburban town, often gets overlooked. It's dead center between Dallas and Fort Worth, but it was a great episode.
It was grand.
It was indeed it was. There's not much prairie left there though.
No,
it is all commercialized. But we did live horse racing.
That was cool.
Yeah. So
First
got
time.
to see the ponies run.
Did that.
I want to. We're filming, so you're kind of on task, and you're get the shot, do the thing. So you're not like. I mean, we're enjoying it, but we're also on task.
Sure.
I want to go back and actually try to win some money.
Try to win something.
It's the great delusion that everyone has.
It's like going to Vegas and you're
throw
not
money
in a
win
slot
money.
machine, right?
You do it for the experience. You're paying. You can buy a ticket to a show, or you can just put your money on horses.
It's like
and that's
going
your
to an
show.
arcade.
It's going to an arcade, exactly.
But I want to try buy something with the tickets you get. You ain't getting nothing.
No, I know, fair.
But it's
fair.
fun.
It was a blast. Some amazing barbecue at Zavala's. Then next episode, Florence, Texas.
That was a shocker for me,
dude. Everyone goes, "What are you doing in Florence?" And we found found some stuff.
Honestly, that was probably one of my favorite shoots we've done in the last 5+ years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we've done several amazing ones, but I was so shocked at the things that we got to see and the things we got to do.
Well, I mean, got to test an engine at Firefly Aerospace.
Yeah.
So Firefly is one of those companies that is going to space and the moon. They just landed on the moon again.
They landed on the moon.
And so they're all based outside of Florence in Briggs, Texas. And we were there getting a tour, which they often do tours. And they were like, "Hey, we're test firing an engine today. Y'all want to watch?" watch? Like, yes, we want to watch.
Yeah, their Miranda
Dude,
engine.
It's
their big boy.
Shook the foundations of the earth.
I still remember, like, when you see it and you hear it, you also feel it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you just get goosebumps. Like, it just instantly, you're like,
whoa. Okay. And we're strapping how many of these things onto onto a rocket?
It's just crazy.
That's fun. And then the Galt site is, I think, a really important segment. So that is a archaeological site that is not far from where we're sitting. Florence is just outside of Georgetown.
Yeah.
That is changing the entire timeline of how humans got to our continent and how long we've been here.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just a cow pasture.
And I mean, they think that that people on Earth are a certain age, and it's like all of a sudden they're going, wait, hold on. We got to rethink some stuff here.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not right.
Yeah, so it's opening all these questions because just briefly, history books will tell you that the first inhabitants in North America were about 13,000 years ago. Galt has proven definitively, no, that's wrong. They were here 20,000 years ago, which at that point should not have been able to cross the Bering Strait to Russia like we thought because the whole thing was covered in ice. So where did they come from? The tech is different. It's weird. So anyway, watch it. It's fun. Next up after that, Albany, Texas.
Yeah.
Had a good old fandangle.
And it's called Fandangle.
No. Fandangle.
Wait, I thought
you
that
can't
wasn't
go
the right way.
fandangle because that's what everybody does.
Oh.
No, it's a fandangle.
Fandangle. Okay, you're right. You're right.
I don't know why.
No, it's
they
like
were so intent on like, no, you're mispronouncing it. Like what? No, it's fandangle.
You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. That's what you're.
Exactly.
Words are the same.
Oh
it's
man,
just change a little.
So the fandangle is it's a play, a musical that the whole community's in that happens every summer. It's like 300 actors. It's the tale of the West, cowboys and Indians, shootouts, songs. It's wild.
That was crazy.
And it was long.
I was going to say it was long.
The show's only 30 minutes and the fandangle part is like maybe 3. So you didn't have to sit there for the 3 hours of this thing. It was good. Every Texan needs to go do it, but it was long. Went into an old jail that is now an art center. The jail has things like Picasso and Renoir in it.
That was
Paul
insane.
Klee. Then next episode, the San Antonio North Side episode. Went to the zoo. Fed a hippo. Freaking hippo had its face through the fence. And I touched one of its tusks.
Yeah, I was like its teeth, right? Yeah, I kept telling you, I was like, Chet, I don't think you're too close. Chet, come on, get back. Oh my gosh,
PR team that was with us like, Chet, a little further away, a little further. But that trainer was like right there.
Yeah, but she's a trainer.
I know. I'm an idiot sometimes.
As long as I got a camera on you, do what you want.
Right. That's going to be our most popular clip on YouTube. The Pearl Historic District, which is a old brewery that's turned into like this culinary destination.
Amazing.
The top culinary school in America is based there now. Well, they have multiple campuses in the U.S. Not that many. West Coast, East Coast, and San Antonio. And so we went to the restaurant that is 100% student run. And it's super fun. Multiple courses, and they're trying, these students are these young kids, and they're trying to make it good and beautiful. It was great. It was great. It was
really good. It was fun.
Then the last episode of the fall will be Rusk. We rode the Texas State Railroad through the piney woods. If you're an Astros fan, we ate at the most Astrotastic barbecue joint on the planet. Every inch of this place is covered in Astros memorabilia.
And if you're a Rangers fan, don't go there.
Don't go. They won't serve you. As I was doing the edit, I was
kidding.
like,
they will.
They should have. He made the joke that was like, we have more Rangers fans on our crew than Astros fans, and so he made the joke, we'll serve you at the to-go window. And I was like, they need to make that big, like this is to-go and Rangers fans, just as a joke. Of course he would let them eat there, but just like, now you can go to the to-go window. So tune in, PBS. They'll also air on YouTube. Well, premiere on YouTube, I guess, the Monday after they air on PBS all across the country now, which is wild. So tune in, and you have a favorite of those? You haven't seen them all yet.
No.
We're finishing them now.
Right. I think that it's hard. There's like something huge in each one of those that makes them all amazing.
Yeah,
on
kind
their
of
own.
special.
Rusk was pretty rusky. That's what I was going to say.
Little rusk around the edges, we call it.
Yeah, we joke, but like that train was pretty fun.
It was fun, man.
I didn't expect that, but it was cool.
Yeah. And I mean, the barbecue, I think the best Mexican food I've had all year, we had at that little hole in the wall.
How random was that?
So random.
It was so random.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Tune in. Let us know what your favorite is in the comments. You're going to have to wait all month, but you might be watching this on YouTube. Just keep in mind, every Monday of October, we will have a new episode for you, which is great. All right, top of the podcast sponsor, Don Hewlett Chevrolet Buick. So we've been traveling Texas a long time. Daniel, we've spent a lot of time pumping gas.
A little bit.
I mean, you know, like there's a lot. And when you drive a big old truck to West Texas, you're going to pump lots of gas.
What do we make, like 2 or 3 stops just to get
it was
out of
sort
town?
of like,
no, I'm
gosh,
just kidding.
there's got to be a better way. Well, maybe there is.
Whoa.
Maybe it's time to go electric.
Oh, let's go.
I'm not saying we're going, but maybe so. There's a good case for it. It's cheaper to charge than gas.
Okay.
Who doesn't love saving money? There are now stations everywhere.
Yeah.
I went to Topgolf last weekend. They've got charging stations right in front.
There are so many.
Which shows like while you're doing your stuff, you're filling up your car.
How much does your car sit anyways in a parking lot? Let it fill itself up.
So, it was pretty cool.
Sense.
They were Shell gas chargers, like right there at the entrance. I was like, dang. Their vehicles are now getting over 300 miles. So if you're just like a commuter, that's a pretty good deal. That'd be hard for us, but you know.
It's not that much different.
Well, that would be like a special occasion when we go to West Texas. Pretty much everywhere we go is 300 miles or less.
Yeah,
Almost.
West Texas is like another world.
That's
man.
Right. And so the tax credits are also there. So $7,500 in federal tax credits is available. Right. I was looking this up. Chevy has 3 primary EVs. The Equinox, which starts at only $33,000. That's not bad at all.
Really?
The Blazer and the Silverado. And the Silverado, this is the coolest stat I found. It has 760 horsepower.
That's crazy.
That's
you know what's
nuts.
cool for me is it actually looks like a truck.
It does.
Because a lot of the EVs, like you get it and you're like, it's an EV. It has a different look and feel.
It looks all futuristic.
Yeah. The truck is a truck, man.
It's a Silverado, baby. So go to donhewlett.com if you're interested, or go see them in Georgetown. They would love to tell you more about EVs. Just test drive one. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to go electric, baby.
I'd give it a shot.
All right. So, Daniel, September came and went. Any highlights?
Oh, man. You know, you always ask me, what have I been up to?
Yeah, what you been up to, dude?
And I figured today I would tell you the things I haven't been up to.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Because this month was a little bit busier, number 1, a whole lot of nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't get to do any of that.
What?
So, number 2, hanging out with friends. None of that.
0.
Number 3, going on dates with my wife.
Oh.
Didn't make any happen.
That's the hardest thing now.
Also didn't learn any new hobbies. You know, I basically...
Play guitar?
No, none of it.
What?
I think a lot of editing. A lot of it.
Yeah, that's really all you've been doing.
So it's always tough.
Hero.
What am I up to? I'm doing things for these
guys. Hey, you went to a UT game.
I did go to a UT game. I had a birthday.
Right,
I had a birthday. Jordan got me tickets to go to a UT game.
The San Jose, no, the UTEP one.
It was UTEP.
That was Arch's worst performance.
That was rough, man.
Yeah,
the first UT game I've been to in several years, like in person. And you know, I'm on the Manning train. You know,
yeah, we're all pulling for him.
You know, I'm pulling for him, but I'm not looking at. Some people look at him like, oh, he's our savior. He's gonna bring us back to the days of glory. I'm just like, whoa, don't put that much pressure on him. You know? That's a lot of pressure. And I think even remember last year,
you can tell.
He'd come out and he'd be like,
whoa. Yeah.
I know he's feeling it because he's not even playing like he did last year, man.
No,
it's been rough.
No. I mean, can you imagine? Heisman favorite, and you really haven't played much. I mean, he did start 3 games last
full year. Like he's man, I don't know. So anyways, it was hard even with that in mind to watch him play like that. And you're like, dude, what are you doing?
I saw Mac Brown. Mac Brown has a podcast now, look at us. Even we got a podcast. But he was telling all these stories, and he was telling one about in his early days of coaching, he would get so mad at his players and he would go in and just tear them down. You guys stink. You're awful. You're going to lose the game. And he would tell the story. And so what would happen at halftime, he would bash them. They would go out and lose the game. And he had some older coaches who was like, look, you predicted it. You told them what was going to happen, and they listened to their coach, and they did.
Yeah.
And so he was talking about the difference between when he started winning national championships. You go in, you build them up.
You build them up. Yeah.
You know? And so he was talking about specifically some of the big comebacks they had. Because he went in, he was like, this is going to be the greatest comeback ever. I can't wait to watch what's going to happen second half.
Yeah.
Let's go. And everybody's like, Coach told us we're going to win. Let's go win. And he's like, UT Nation, build Arch up. Pull him up. Don't sit there and boo him and all that. So
yeah. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. You got to think back to the fact that for a lot of these guys, they probably started playing 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like tackle
unless
football.
they did like Pee-wee, and even that's not the same. So like maybe 8th grade, 7th grade, they started
in Georgetown tackle football.
What?
Like,
they're a year or two out of high school.
Yeah, they're youngsters.
They have
man.
not. You've got pros.
Their prefrontal cortexes are not even fully developed.
Yeah, and then the expectations that we put on their shoulders,
and how much they're making. Rough. I mean, what?
Yeah, now they're.
Gosh, every commercial during a UT football game is an Arch Manning commercial.
I mean, Warby Parker.
Yeah. Something was. Maybe Canes or like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Always something.
So, yeah, it's been hey, you've got light at the end of the tunnel. There will be a day when you don't have editing. So I've been doing a lot of busy work too, editing as well. Mm-hmm. This is one thing that I wanted to bring up that I was like, this needs to be discussed. I went to Leroy and Lewis for the 3rd time. And I think it might be my favorite barbecue joint in Texas now.
Oh, snap.
I know. I'm like, it could.
Did you really just say that?
Well, it's climbing in the rankings. I don't think I'm.
No, don't walk back.
No, I'm going to walk back. Because I don't think.
That was dangerous.
Here's the deal. So Leroy and Lewis, South Austin. The line when I went on Saturday was over an hour long, but you can order everything at the bar if you just go sit. I say everything. It's not everything. No, people need to know because people are like, I'm not going, but the bar was open. They need they don't need the business, but this is a secret hack for my podcast listeners. You can order everything except a barbecue tray.
Okay.
The burger, one of the best burgers you'll ever eat.
Burger.
The what do we have? They had a tri-tip cheesesteak on the menu that was like stupid good. The Frito pie, the pork hash. Like it, and then we did sneak some brisket because they're our friends. But like, it's got to be like
the truth comes out.
You couldn't make that brisket better. It's just like they got a Michelin star. They're number 2 in Texas. It's up there.
Yeah.
If anyone ate there and was like, it's okay. No, you just don't understand how good food is supposed to taste. So Leroy and Lewis, man, it is so good. So good. And they're wonderful people. Everybody there is super nice. But I've also eaten so much good barbecue recently that I'm over ranking them. Even though I just said this is my favorite. Because like you've got
hold on.
Brisket now, I'm walking it all back, Daniel.
Oh, come on.
And so like brisket, if you're paying attention, you can nail this brisket that's buttery.
This is true.
Barky. And the fat is perfectly rendered, and it's just
like 10 years ago or so, when Franklin released like, here's how I do it. People started learning the process. He didn't invent this, but he made it more available to people. And then all of a sudden, it's like now everybody's making high quality brisket.
Yeah. I would say he was the guy who broke brisket. I mean, I think he did invent it.
Maybe he did.
It's like so. It's hard to judge barbecue places now. They're all great if you're paying attention. And so I'm just here for it.
We're all winning.
Just like, just keep feeding it to me. I don't care who's better. I'm just here for it. Just put it in my mouth. So, because I went down to Spring and had Rosemeyer's that was in a trailer and it got Michelin recognition and it's also in the top 50 and it was incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. So, I don't know. I'm over ranking them. Even though, so I guess,
you just walked it all back.
Yeah, I walked it all back.
Okay.
It's all right.
Thought
it's
we
all
had
right.
you there.
But I guess Leroy and Lewis is like, they're top tier and above.
Are they in your top 5?
Not ranking them, Daniel. You're not gonna bait me into that one.
Fine.
All right, let's keep moving. Meanwhile in Texas, this is always fun.
While you've been listening to this podcast, lots of stuff's been going on in the Lone Star State. This is Meanwhile in Texas.
So, Daniel, what'd you find?
Okay. I found a few things here, but let me start with a little thing. I just want to make sure that I make this clear, okay?
Yep.
So, number one, a service dog is not only helpful, but it's needed for some people.
True,
okay?
True statement.
Number two, it's not an emotional support animal.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Anyone can have that. A service dog is for people with specific disabilities, impairments, disorders. They're trained to perform tasks. We've seen before how like they can be trained for somebody who's about to have a seizure.
Yep.
People that are blind. Okay, so
amazing stuff. These are like legitimate working animals.
They are trained. Yeah. They're trained. By definition, they're not pets, and they can only be dogs. With the exception, you can have a miniature horse.
That's weird.
That's a little strange. Yeah. But really, service animal is a dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you hear about is an emotional support animal. It's not a service animal. Okay. That being said, what is with the pets at HEB? I am seeing so many dogs.
Really? At HEB?
Like, I'll go in and like, I just recently saw a couple and each of them had a dog just walking. They didn't have a basket. I was like, are y'all just going on a casual walk?
At the grocery
in HEB,
store?
they were right in front of the deli section. And I'm just like,
That's
really?
Nasty.
So, I mean, I could be wrong. One of them, both of them could have been a actual service animal. I don't think
service animals usually have like that cool vest.
They don't have to, but usually people want to avoid the conversation because you can be required to be asked the question like, is this an emotional support? Or sorry, is this a service animal?
Okay.
What do they do to help you?
We can ask, or like employees can ask.
An employee can.
Okay.
Because HEB does not allow animals.
Well, nor should they. It's food. I don't want pet hair and that stuff all over.
Back in March, an 18-year-old named Keely Warner, she's a personal shopper at HEB. She started a petition to help ban non-service animals from HEB stores.
Good job.
She worked there, and she was getting tired of seeing stuff. They aren't permitted, but apparently that doesn't stop people because she noted that she has seen people put dogs in carts, which that's not really sanitary if you think about it. We're putting our food in
No.
Some pets attacking actual service animals.
Whoa,
Your random dog as a pet may not be trained.
Service animals are the chillest of all.
Okay. Pets peeing on displays. And also, she even saw a dog bite a child. In a grocery store.
Oh, man. Let's all get behind that. I'll sign it today.
So some people that came up to sign said, well, here's my story. Some of them said that they've witnessed cats. They've witnessed monkeys, albeit trained. One person saw a rattlesnake.
No!
Somebody brought their rattlesnake into
their
HEB.
emotional support rattlesnake.
People are getting crazy with the emotional support stuff. Those are not
give people
service
an inch,
animals.
they take a mile. And like,
that's what I'm thinking. Like
this whole emotional support thing is out of hand. Like
you can have an emotional support
petting
animal
your dog
at home.
Yeah.
But a service animal is one that serves a purpose, and it was trained to help people for certain things.
We had an employee here who had a service dog that was trained if they sensed that she was about to pass out, it was trained to go behind her so that it would break her fall.
I love that.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. That's crazy that a dog could be trained to do something like that.
Yeah, that had like sort of a sixth sense to understand when it was happening.
That's so cool.
And you've heard about those trained dogs who can sense whatever, heart attacks or strokes, things like that.
Low blood sugar.
Yeah. Like how
in the world do they?
I don't know.
Allergies, that's another thing. If you have a very high allergy to certain things, a dog would sniff it first and they would let you know, like, don't go in here.
Oh, wow.
I'm learning more and more about service animals, and I was just like, that's so awesome. And now I'm starting to think that we either have a major problem with more people than ever having some major health issues, or people are just abusing the system.
People are abusing the system.
Maybe
there's no doubt. There's like your service chihuahua or whatever, your emotional support chihuahua that's in your basket is not. Get it out of HEB.
I highly doubt it.
Look,
not with the food.
Yeah, not with the food.
There are a lot of places I will say that say, hey, bring your dog, sit on the porch, eat some food.
That's fine.
Like. There's certain
like Tractor
times.
Supply. You want to walk around with a dog at Tractor Supply?
Home Depot, all these things.
Go for it. Go for it.
There's no food there.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's I'm trying to think of all. We saw lemurs out. I mean, I think they were just sort of bringing them. That lady had a kangaroo.
Yes.
In Coleman, Texas.
And most of the places you see it, it's like you have permission from the place, or it's not a place with open produce. You know? So it's kind of like, it's a little different. Not an HEB.
Dogs are not potty trained, not for the most part. Or even if they are, they're going to have an accident.
You're going to take your non-service animal, barely trained dog, and hope they don't pee in an hour and a half that you're in an HEB. Like, okay.
Come on now. All right, I'm going to sign the petition today.
Sign that petition.
Get it to me. Bring it to my desk, and I will sign it. That's what fancy people say. All right, I saw this, and I thought it was hilarious. Galveston, Daniel, got a new statue.
Yeah?
Yep.
What did they get?
Of the great soul singer, Barry White.
Really?
Yeah. Well.
Wait, why Galveston?
Or so the internet thought.
Oh, no.
All right, so evidently, all right, I had to learn this. Barry White was born in Galveston, 1944. I had absolutely no idea. But for those that don't know, he is the soulful singer of what can only be classified as baby-making music from the 70s and maybe 80s. I mean, he had a good career. He was born in Galveston, but grew up in L.A., had an illustrious, long career. His nickname, I was happy to learn this. His nickname was the Walrus of Love.
Oh, wow.
Some people in the UK had given him that name because he was a better full-framed sort of dude. So all of a sudden, a bunch of social media accounts start sharing pictures of the new Barry White statue in Galveston, which prompts people in Galveston and Houston to all go on an Easter egg hunt looking for the new Barry White statue all over the place. Turns out it was all AI, folks.
Oh, no.
Don't believe the internet. There is no Barry White statue in Galveston yet.
What? So somebody just decided to make an AI
but it wasn't just one. It was like, evidently, there were all these AI-generated accounts. And I mean, literally, social media is getting sketchier and sketchier. New. I've got a pretty good radar for what's AI. The Barry White statue was clearly AI. Like,
do you though? Because I'm not actually here right now.
Yeah, no.
This is AI, baby.
Daniel is AI. Oh, man. So it was clearly AI, but multiple people went on the hunt for this thing, couldn't find it because it doesn't exist. But I would like to make this formal petition to Galveston. Build the Barry White statue now. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I mean,
build a statue.
Build it. So I was like, who else do I not know was born in Galveston? And the most famous people are Barry White, boxer Jack Johnson. You remember, like, he was one of the first heavyweight champs.
Okay.
Maybe the first. Big, giant African-American guy.
Before my time.
Way before your time, dude. Way before your time. But he was like a legendary boxer. Okay. And then comedian Bill Engvall.
Oh, okay.
Here's your sign.
Yeah, here's
Blue collar comedy tour. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. Guys, if you see something on the internet, don't go out and get in your car and go looking for it. Chances are it might be fake. All right?
Fake news.
Okay, so this month in Texas history. Daniel, I decided that this did not happen this month, but I'm going to share it anyway because this is the scariest, most mysterious story in Texas history, and it felt appropriate for October.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? Sit back, grab the popcorn, and let me share with you the story of the scalping and survival of Josiah Wilbarger.
I think I've heard this story.
You might have. I've played this story for y'all, like podcasts about this on the road. This is the wildest story. So we're talking back in the 1820s, okay? So Texas is still Mexico when a young Josiah Wilbarger and his young bride moved to Texas. They are part of Austin's colony, and they settle on the Colorado River somewhere between Bastrop and Austin. Now, one day, Josiah and a group of men go out riding around the hill country. Now, Austin doesn't exist yet, so they come up toward Austin, and they start riding around, scouting a place to put a new farm or to bring a new settler in. And suddenly, they see a lone Indian sitting on a ridge. They think, oh no, he might be a scout. We need to pursue him and go and stop him.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah. So they try to chase him, and then they realize, wait, we might be riding into an ambush. We can't do that. So they decide to start heading back toward home. They stop to get water for themselves and their horses just east of Austin, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a group of 60 Indians, maybe Comanches, attack them. We're talking arrows, guns, flying everywhere. It turns into an all-out melee. Will Barger is shot with an arrow through the calf. He's hit with a bullet in the thigh, and he is in serious pain. He watches 2 of his friends get murdered. A couple other hop on horses. He tries to hide behind a tree and then join the people who are riding away, when suddenly he gets hit with a bullet through the neck. Yikes. Leaves him paralyzed but conscious. The Comanches, we'll assume they're Comanches, supposing him dead, get off their horses. They proceed to scalp him. He is awake throughout the whole thing. So he lives through his scalping. He reports no pain, but this is the scary part. As they removed his hair from his skull, along with the skin, he said he didn't feel any pain, but it sounded like the roll of distant thunder. Ripping skin from bone. He was stripped naked and left for dead. I mean, they thought he was dead. He wasn't moving. 2 of his friends in the scouting party ride back home. They watched 3 of their friends, to them, looked like be absolutely killed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like Josiah shot through the neck. He's lifeless, scalped. They're like, he's dead. But a few hours later, Josiah comes to. He's bleeding, but he is awake. And now he's desperately thirsty. He's got this arrow. He's got another arrow, I believe. He's got a bullet in the thigh, but he drags himself to the creek that they had stopped at to get a drink. He's able to give himself some water. He eats some snails for food because he was hungry, but he assumes, like, this is it, right? I would too. Like, I'm dead. I'm a dead man. He tries to walk back to his camp, but he can't, and so he simply props himself up on an oak tree, and we can all imagine just waits to die. I mean, he's got no hair. He feels his skull. His skull is showing. Oh. He's shot up. He pulls himself up. He's cold, and he falls asleep for the night, waiting to die. Now, 2 of the party had managed to escape. They make it back to the settlement, and they tell everyone there of the grisly death of their fellow scouts. They said, we can't go back now because they're just going to wait for us to come and reclaim our dead, and they'll ambush us. So they're definitely dead. We have to wait a few days. But little did they know Josiah was still alive, of course, right? So Josiah then, naked, cold, dreaming, waiting to die, in the middle of the night, suddenly wakes up and his sister is there. She has come to tell him, now she lives in Missouri, but she's come to tell him, hey, Josiah, they're going to come get you tomorrow. Just don't die. Don't give up. Stay here and wait. He begs her to stay with him, but she's like, no, I have to go. So she leaves. Josiah, because of this visit from his sister, now finds the will to not just give up. He holds on a little longer. Same night, back in the settlement, one of the people who had survived, in the middle of the night, he's in his log cabin with his wife. She sits bolt upright in bed, and she says, I had a dream. Josiah's alive. He's bleeding. He's naked. He's seated by a tree. You have to go and rescue him. The husband says, go back to sleep. Dreams aren't real. It would be great if he was, but I saw him scalped. He's not alive. He goes back to bed, has the same dream again. Sits upright in bed. Josiah's alive. You have to go get him. He's like, he is not alive. Trust me. But she can't go back to sleep. So she wakes up, gets breakfast together. She says, at early morning light, you are going to go find Josiah. So he gets a group of men. They go, and sure enough, they find the 2 dead scouts, and they find Josiah still alive, covered in blood, naked, sitting by this oak tree, just exactly as her dream had said. So here's the part that's really freaky. This is the ghost.
Oh, because
part.
that was all freaky?
That was all,
okay.
Yeah, right? That was all normal. So Josiah gets brought back into camp. He gets nursed back. Evidently, you treat scalping with bear oil and bear fat. So a little tidbit for you. But when he's well enough to tell his story, he speaks of his sister visiting him, and he expects that she's still around town somewhere. But she's not. They don't know what it is. He hears the story of the dream, and then not long after that, word reaches him that she had passed just the day before in Missouri and was no longer alive the night that he saw her visit him.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun. Now, many people would write this off as a folklore tale, but evidently everyone involved in this story was trustworthy, and they kept the story the same all the way up to their death, swearing that this was the truth.
Wow.
And that his sister visiting him was as real as me and you sitting here talking.
That's crazy.
Dun, dun. One of the mysteries of the frontier. Now, our good friend Josiah, everybody wondered, did he live with a no hair? Yes, he did, for 11 more years. His bone was exposed. So he had to learn how to wear hats a certain way to keep his skull covered up. But over time, the sun and the exposure made his skull more brittle. He bumped his head on a wall, and that ultimately led to his death.
Really? That's how he died.
I think he bumped a rafter walking between a room. And when your bone is just right there, and it's sort of been sitting there getting brittle.
Yeah.
Amazing story. Even if the ghost part's not real, that you can live for over a decade after a scalping is pretty incredible.
That's crazy.
Pretty incredible.
Unless he just accidentally fell on a sword and he had to make up a story about it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to look like a fool.
That would be a really unfortunate fall. It didn't kill him. It just scalped him off. Oh, man. So that is your month in Texas history. I think technically it did not happen in October, but it's a very appropriate story for this month. Man, we hadn't even talked about Halloween. That's coming up.
We haven't.
Yeah, we have some questions coming down the way. All right, let's jump ahead into our Texas Music Minute. This is going to be really fun because we're featuring a band. Speaking of Halloween, this song is a little bit spooky. It's a band called Life After Youth. Alex is laughing over here. We found out that our producer Alex is in a band, and not only that, he has a song called Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice that has 6 million streams on Spotify.
Dude,
Alex,
it's amazing.
Why? It's a great song. So it's called grunge pop, evidently is the way they describe the sound. I found this on a Reddit thread. I don't know if you said this or your duo. It's only two dudes. They make incredible music. It's that we're definitely influenced by bands like Nirvana and Alice in Chains, as well as bands like MCR, Taking Back Sunday, etc. But then you just throw in a little NSYNC and Tears for Fears, and you pretty much have grunge pop.
I love it, dude.
I'm here for that.
They got some great stuff, and I've been listening to them for a little while. After I found out a year ago, I was like, dude, we got to have him on the podcast.
And they have this is from like 2018. Is that right, Alex? 2019? 2019. Okay, 2019. But y'all have new music that's like maybe 6 months old or so, or even newer.
And we got a full album coming out.
Full album coming out.
It'll be this next month.
This next month.
He's going to have a new album next month.
Yes, I cannot wait. So anyway, this is y'all's most popular song, yeah? That's kind of catch on. I think it does a really good job kind of capturing their sound. And so here it is, Beetlejuice. Wait, if I say it 3 times.
Careful.
I know, careful. So I'll just say it twice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. right, so look, Daniel got up from the couch. Yeah. Alex Ford is now here.
Yeah, I've now taken Daniel's job from him.
It's official.
It's official.
Do a better job.
Yeah.
He got benched
You're
over there.
Daniel.
Okay, look, so we're not going to take you too long, but like the sound is so full, and I love it because it kind of sounds like some synth pop stuff, and then it has this crazy sort of Nirvana like stuff in the middle. Yeah. So how do y'all break up the instruments between you and Luke?
Luke does most of it because he's just the most talented guy you'll ever meet.
Okay.
But he's the vocalist and guitarist and bassist, and then I do mostly the drums, percussion, maybe some keys, maybe some background vocals here and there. But then mostly we produce it together, and then I'll kind of mix it and master it. So,
okay.
Yeah, but it's just
you handle most of the back end, even though it's collaborative.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So, dude, it's great music.
Well, thank you.
So, does the new stuff that's coming out sound similar to this, or
pretty much there? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, if this really caught fire, would this be the dream to do music full time?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm already living the dream.
Of course, producing the Daytripper podcast. Yeah, no doubt,
but
no doubt.
An additional dream, sure.
Yeah. Dude, it's awesome. So congratulations, Alex Ford, everybody! Hooray!
Thank you.
Y'all go look him up. Life After Youth, new music out now.
No, not I mean,
yet. Well,
yeah, we've got plenty of music
by October
out.
1st when this airs. This October, November.
Yes, October, November.
Okay,
that's it. And one of our songs will be in some kind of mobile video game that's coming out soon. I don't know the name.
Rad.
I don't know the name of that either, but we just signed that deal. So,
that's pretty cool.
We'll be scouring the app store for
How
that.
How did the mobile game find the music?
Because a guy who used to be one of our managers came in contact. He's starting to do some licensing deals with people, and he's out in LA, and so he's got some friends, I guess, that are developing a game, and they hit us up about it. So.
I'm always curious how those deals come to be. It's sort of like the right person knew the right person. That's so cool. Yeah. Well, hey man, good luck. We'll do another Texas Music Minute when the new music comes out.
All right.
That's awesome. All right,
Daniel, you can have your job
Daniel,
back.
you totally messed up that switching so bad. Horrible, Alex was doing great, but you were doing so bad that I had to get you back over here. Hey, thanks for being a good sport, man. That's fun. All right, Life After Youth, check them out. lifeafteryouthband.com. What's the website? Just check.
Is there Life After Youth?
Is there Life After Youth? We're still all
question.
wondering that. No, we still are. We hadn't found it yet, but we're still young, Daniel.
I am like 18 in my head.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, we got a mid-podcast sponsor here. It is our season premiere for this coming season, Grand Prairie, Texas, and I was amazed when I started actually pencil out an episode of Grand Prairie, how much there is to do there. So it is a premium location right in the middle of the Metroplex. In the episode we did horse racing at Lone Star Park. We actually did Ripley's Believe It or Not. There's Trader Village, which we didn't get to go to, which is like the world's largest flea market. Epic Central, which is like this huge entertainment complex with an indoor water park. It has Boulder Adventure Park, which is a climbing wall inside of a bubble. There's a nightly light and fountain show. I mean, there's so much to do in Grand Prairie. We were absolutely blown away. One thing we did not get to do, they have Major League Cricket.
No.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't even know how to, I would love to go because I've got no clue what the rules are.
It's like you're batting in the middle of the field, right?
Yeah. It's a
and you can
circle.
bat behind you, or
yes, I would love to see
that work?
Major League Cricket.
That'd be fun.
There's of course tons of shopping. It is at the right outside of things like Six Flags is right there. Arlington, all the Cowboys, Rangers, all that stuff is right there. Family-friendly destination. We recently brought my 10-year-old for her 10-year-old trip. So visit Grand Prairie if you want to learn more. It's a fantastic destination, and I'm not just saying that.
No, it's really cool.
It was really fun, and watch the episode, and you'll be wanting to go too. All right, so the final parts of the of our podcast: questions from the backseat and fan rants and musings.
Are we there yet?
Hey, can you pass me the snacks?
When are we gonna stop? I gotta go.
All right, I've been saving some questions because they're slightly spooky. All right,
spooky questions.
Yeah, spooky questions.
Okay.
Questions from the backseat. This comes from Laura Gamboa. What parts of Texas report the most Bigfoot sightings?
Bigfoot sightings?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming it's East Texas.
Okay, you're correct. East Texas.
I don't, but then you've told me before there's like deep east, and southeast. And
there's lots of parts of East Texas.
I'm thinking deep east.
Deep. Okay. No. So East Texas certainly.
Okay.
But skewed toward Northeast Texas. Jefferson, Marion County, hotspot, Red River, all that, where Texas kind of blends into the Arkansas.
That makes sense. That's where because up in those areas is where people say he is.
But another hotspot, Montgomery County, which is Conroe. So that's kind of getting urbanized. Maybe it's like the developments are kind of pushing Bigfoot out of his habitat. You're getting more of that friction.
Maybe he's just like there's one that kind of went down there by himself.
Yeah.
There's not one Bigfoot.
No. It's a species.
It's a species.
For sure. And now it's a throwback to one of our favorite podcasts, Blurry Creatures. Daniel, what are your thoughts on Bigfoot?
Well, I believe that Bigfoot is more than likely real.
Okay.
I just don't think he is what you think he is.
Okay.
I think it could be much
He's not
deeper.
just a remnant hairy ape species.
I don't think so.
No, we would have one by now.
I think this is something way more complicated that people are confusing as what we call Bigfoot, but it's something even deeper.
Yeah. Something with a spiritual element.
Possibly.
Nephilim.
I'm wondering.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Maybe.
Throwing it out there.
All right. So if you want to see where all the Bigfoot sightings are, I found an amazing website, bfro.net. It's like Bigfoot Research Organization or something like that. But it has maps of all the different states and sightings that get reported.
All right.
And so it's a great place. You'd be amazed. Like people see Bigfoot in Lubbock. Other places like, well, I don't know if that was Bigfoot.
I mean, there's technically a Bigfoot right in front of our store.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
That's true. I didn't see him reported, but he might be.
That would be awesome.
All right.
Report that.
So I've got two more questions that relate to cryptids. Now, for those that don't know, cryptids are like creatures from the beyond that live in lore. All right. This comes from Calvin Luna Bali. Have you ever heard about the infamous Goat Man of Central Texas?
No.
Lives near Killeen, Daniel. Tales of, again, cow mutilations, animals that all happened around the late 50s, traces of wild goat hair in all the kills. Extraordinary for laid-back conservatism of the area that these things were even getting reported, right? But, it is kind of funny when you see those cowboys, and they're like, I mean, I saw something. Like, they're probably not going to lie. They're not trying to...
Because they don't call it a lie. They call it a tall tale.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's the problem. Okay, he says, we teeny boppers would drink and have parties playing music while being mystified by the thought of Billy Goat's gruff crashing in on us. So they'd be out in fields doing this stuff. There are still sightings today of the Chupacabra. In Texas, anything is possible. The infamous Goat Man of Central Texas. What do you think, fact or fiction? This is his
he
question.
lost all credibility when he said teeny boppers.
They were teeny boppers. Yeah, fair. We were out there listening to some NSYNC. Yeah, some Hanson. Some Life After Youth, maybe. I'm just kidding, Alex. I'm kidding. Anyway, I think, like, when you see repetition over and over again,
it is strange.
The cattle mutilations are weird, man.
Yeah,
they are.
I mean, that's weird no matter how you think about it.
So I did some research trying to find the Goat Man of Killeen. Nothing. The internet doesn't even know about this guy. Now, what does come up is the Lake Worth monster, which is a goat man around Lake Worth, northwest of Fort Worth. That's a very well-documented, famous cryptid.
Okay.
Lots of people see the Lake Worth monster. All right. Here is another one, general question from Miranda Boyd. Have you ever come across Texas ghost stories or cryptids in your travel? Now, ghosts, we have.
We saw some weird stuff, man.
We have. What was most weird?
So when we were going down that road, a name escapes
Saratoga.
me. Saratoga Lights.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget, like, I even had said I wanted to get a shot of the truck going down the road, but that meant afterwards I had to think about this. I was like, wait, that means they're leaving me.
Yeah, that means I'm outside the truck.
I'm outside the truck and they're leaving
watching the taillights disappear.
It was like a cool shot for all the first 2 or 3 seconds until I was like, what? Because it got silent quick.
It was that,
and you could hear the mosquitoes. Oh my gosh,
frogs!
Everything about that place
symphony
was so
of
creepy.
frogs.
It was a creepy.
Yeah.
But okay, all of that to say we were driving and we saw floating orbs.
Without a doubt. I don't know what they were.
And this wasn't something you make up. Now, where they came from, what it is,
who knows?
A
reflection or something?
I don't know.
We saw the Saratoga lights, though.
We saw them, and they're not flashlights. It's not somebody trying to pull a quick one. It's some sort of something.
They're way
scientific.
down the road, though.
I'm sure there's a scientific explanation, right? I don't know, but what the heck? Like, there's floating orbs.
That's true. They've tried. So, who knows? We've had some other ghost stories that are documented, like things that happen in San Angelo or Magnolia and Seguin. I mean, these were all really spooky.
Creepy.
So I was looking at the cryptids in Texas, and we have quite a few. We got Chupacabra. We got Bigfoot. We've got the Goat Man. We also have reports of the Dog Man and the Owl Man. I know.
Okay.
I don't know about the Mothman. I think the Mothman's the same as the Owl Man. Y'all can correct me on this. But there's one person who sent in a story of West Texas, 1981. He had interviewed everybody, and there's a story of high schoolers. They're out. They're in the pasture. All of a sudden, the truck breaks down. They're on foot, and they see a white owl creature with a 12-foot wingspan that chases them with burning red eyes into the truck and on. And these are cowboys that, I mean, this stuff's crazy, Daniel. So, you don't have to leave Texas to encounter the best. We got all the cryptids.
Lots of weird.
We got all the cryptids here, all of them. So
all of them, they're all here.
You know, one thing I do want to do, I want to go looking for Bigfoot. I desperately want to. Like,
would we do it on an episode?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, just a
down?
Bigfoot episode.
I don't know if it's the whole episode on Bigfoot, but I would have just get out there with the people who know, with the things that, like the little echo things, trying to call him in.
You know what? We've been contacted by somebody who's part of the Bigfoot.
Craig Woolleater.
Yeah.
He puts on the Bigfoot conference every October
every year
in Jefferson.
I'm thinking you should have him here.
We're trying
about Bigfoot.
I want to get. We got to get to the bottom of this.
Do y'all want to hear about Bigfoot?
Of course they do.
If they want to hear about it, maybe they should let us know.
Everybody wants to hear about Bigfoot. So leave a comment. Let's go. Let's get Bigfoot on here. Let's get Bigfoot on here.
We'll actually get Bigfoot to show up.
Right.
Let's do it.
Here's fan rants and musings, and we actually got some mean ones this time.
Hey, Daytripper, I got a bone to pick with you. Oh my goodness, it's the Daytripper. We love your show.
But not this one. Michael Bumgardner comes in here. He says, just stopped into Mahia. You know what's funny? I've had so many people come up and say, I loved that Mexia episode.
I'm not shocked by that.
Like, we taught you how to say it on the show.
Yeah.
And Mexia, Mahia, I don't know. That's how they say it. I'm like, guys, we said it.
We did.
Mahia. Anyway, that's fine. Anyway, I stopped on my way back to Dallas. He's like, oh man, let me tell you, it is worth the trip. And Chet is not overselling that catfish at the farmhouse. I promise.
That was some good catfish.
Watch the episode, but they put lemonade, like Country Time lemonade powder in the batter. You couldn't really discern it, but he said it made it taste less muddy.
Yeah.
Brighter.
And I think it did.
I think it did. I definitely think it did. All right, here's some mean ones. And we got some fun ones. This comes from Ian Hall on YouTube. Texas stinks. He didn't say stinks, but I'm going to keep the podcast clean. And there's a reason why there's only 1 star on the flag. It's the state's rating. I was like, oh,
that's pretty good.
That's pretty funny. It's the state's rating. He's watching our videos. So he's just a closeted Texas fan. He'll come around. But I thought that was funny. Have you ever heard that?
I've never heard that, but that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
The state's rating is right there on the flag. 1 star. All right, this comes from Bruno Bartesiewicz. We were talking about how some rivers have less water than they used to, and we brought up the fact that we all have to do what we can to conserve water. Which is true. Everyone needs to conserve water. Don't just run your sprinkler in the middle of the afternoon, all that stuff. And he says, the ultimate reason these water levels are low is climate change. You asked everyone to do their part to conserve water, but that's not enough. Another way to do your part is, all caps, stop driving a beepity beep pickup truck instead of the car you should be driving. Get your beepity beep and get a vehicle you actually need on a normal all caps, on-road travel. Cars look better anyway. Trucks have all the styling of a beepity-beep toolbox. Ugh. So stop beepity-beepity-beep normalizing driving a big empty truck on roads designed for cars.
Wow.
He's got some strong feelings.
His opinions are very much out there.
Yeah, I
I have a feeling he didn't write like beepity beep.
No. Yeah. You're correct. He did not write BBDB. But like, I've never met a man more committed to cars than like,
that's amazing.
All about cars. Bruno.
I hope he drives cars. You know?
Yeah.
I also hope that he doesn't take a bus or that he never has to
fly anywhere.
Go in an ambulance. Hey, people have different needs.
I mean, whatever. Like, we were just talking about this stuff in our episode about how soil disruption is the main cause of climate change.
We've heard a lot about that.
We can't figure it out. Is it cyclical? Is it the cars? I don't know. Or is it the giant factories making the computers and phones that he emailed me from?
The factory that makes the truck also makes the car. So
okay,
I don't think that that's the best argument. I think that like across the board, if you can walk somewhere, maybe walk there.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And if you have to drive, then drive what you got. Because another thing too is like maybe let your car last longer. Get a Don Hewlett Chevy, and then maybe it might last a while.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
I like it. I like Bruno's commitment to cars. He's the car guy.
Hey, do you think that our entire crew could fit into a little car? With our equipment as well?
Yeah, he did say big empty truck. The truck's never empty.
I mean, it's empty when we're filming you and everybody else is in another vehicle filming.
Then you show all of us in there. We're carpooling, baby.
Actually, sometimes, a little behind the curtain for everybody, sometimes there are people in the back seat and they're like laying down,
hiding
a little bit because they're like, hey, you can't be in this shot.
Yeah, this does happen. Look very close, sometimes you see a little puff of hair.
Yeah, you might see something in the back seat.
Yep. Oh, that's funny. All right, guys. Thank you all for listening to the podcast. That wraps it up today. Thank you to our sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Grand Prairie. Y'all go and support both of those because they support the podcast you love so much because you listened all the way to the end, which is amazing.
You've made it.
Yeah,
You're here. You did it.
Welcome.
Congratulations.
Welcome. You're in the 1%, the 0.1%. Anyway, thank you to Alex Fort for not only mastering and mixing this podcast, but making some of the coolest music in Texas.
Yeah, he does. He didn't mix the whole thing. I did a little bit.
You did? Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Thank you to Daniel Misi for mixing the part in the middle that got messed up.
The part that looks the worst. Yeah. That was me.
Join us next month. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all go out there. Have a great October.
Say bye. Goodbye.
And bye con Dios, amigos.